call. In every human interaction, a silent game is being played, one of strategy, choice, and consequence. Game theory is the study of how we make decisions when our outcomes depend on others' actions. From coffee prices to global negotiations, every choice is a move in this ongoing game. The field began with John von Neumann and Oscar Morgenstern, who realized that the logic of card games could explain economic and social behavior. John Nash then introduced the Nash equilibrium, a state where no player can improve their outcome by changing their strategy alone. Game theory reveals the hidden logic behind everyday choices, from business rivalries to international standoffs. It's a powerful tool for understanding the strategic web that shapes our world. To play the game, you need to know the basics: players, strategies, and payoffs. Players are the decision makers, people, companies, or nations, each choosing from a set of strategies. A strategy is a complete plan of action, like a coffee shop deciding to lower prices or offer loyalty cards. The payoff is the reward or cost from these choices, like daily profit. The Nash equilibrium is reached when no player can do better by changing their strategy alone. Sometimes a dominant strategy exists, one that's best no matter what others do. For example, if advertising always boosts sales, both tech companies will advertise, even if it's costly for both. This is the logic that drives strategic decision-making. Not all games are alike. Some are pure conflict, others offer room for cooperation. In zero-sum games, one player's gain is another's loss, like chess or tennis. Most real-life situations are non-zero-sum, where cooperation can benefit everyone, as in trade agreements. The prisoner's dilemma shows how rational choices can lead to worse outcomes for all. If both confess, both lose. Coordination games are about aligning actions, like friends picking a lunch spot or adopting new technology. Success depends on synchronizing choices, not defeating opponents. Game theory helps us see when to compete, when to cooperate, and when to coordinate. These scenarios reveal the complexity of real-world interactions. The challenge is always to find the best move in a world of competing interests. Strategy often means thinking several moves ahead. Sub-game perfect equilibrium refines the Nash concept for games that unfold over time, using backward induction to plan from the end. In business, a company might threaten a price war to deter rivals, but if the threat isn't credible, the rival may enter anyway. Sometimes unpredictability is key. Enter mixed strategies, where players randomize their actions to stay unpredictable. In football, a penalty kicker mixes shots to keep the goalie guessing. Tax authorities audit randomly to encourage compliance. In nature, unpredictability helps prey evade predators. Mixed strategies turn randomness into a calculated advantage. Game theory shapes more than economics. It's found in biology, politics, and medicine. In evolution, strategies are like genetic traits. The hawk-dove game explains why populations balance aggression and retreat. In business, game theory models price wars and collusion among giants like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Auction theory, a branch of game theory, designs efficient markets for everything from ads to government bonds. In politics, game theory explains arms races and alliances like the Cold War's balance of power. Even cancer treatment uses game theory to outmaneuver resistant cells. Across fields, the same strategic logic applies: adapt, anticipate, and survive. Game theory is the common thread in the world's most complex systems. In the digital age, game theory is everywhere, from online ads to social networks. Real-time ad auctions use game theory to allocate attention efficiently. Social networks grow through network effects. Your choices depend on your connections' choices. Mechanism design, or reverse game theory, creates rules that guide players toward desired outcomes like fair voting or trustworthy online marketplaces. Behavioral economics adds realism, showing how emotions and fairness shape decisions. People often cooperate or reject unfair deals, defying pure logic. Game theory now blends math with psychology to explain real human behavior. It's the blueprint for designing better digital and social systems. Game theory is the script behind our daily decisions, from traffic routes to workplace negotiations. It teaches us to anticipate others' actions and consider long-term effects. The field shows when threats are credible, when cooperation pays, and when unpredictability is smart. It reveals why trade can be better than conflict and why social contracts matter. The prisoner's dilemma warns that self-interest can harm the group. Game theory is more than math. It's a way to see the world's hidden strategies. By understanding the rules, we can make smarter choices for ourselves and society.